ProGhana.net, your number one internet radio. Like, share, and subscribe to ProGhana.net.
Thank you for joining us at ProGhana.net. Today we're going to talk about the Chinese man who has been installed as a chief in the eastern region of Ghana. This is your host, Ni Soja. If you'd like to join in the debate, send your comments to our WhatsApp mobile number. A Chinese man, Mr. Sun Quinn, has been installed as a development chief of Kwewu Abetifi, a town in the eastern region of Ghana. The title is often given to non-royals who could be politicians or tourists engaged in development. In Kwewu Abetifi, this title was conferred on a Chinese man, and some Ghanaians are not so enthused over the development. Per custom, Mr. San Kwan, following his installment, was given a traditional stool name, Brima Kofi Ayeboafo. The name Ayeboafo in Ghana literally means one who has done something to benefit others. Photographs cited on social media show Mr. San Kwan being carried shoulder high by some of the young men of Abetifi. Basically, this is not the first time a foreigner has been given such a title. However, the selection of a Chinese man still comes with mixed feelings for several people, as the Chinese have been accused of slowly taking over the continent. You may take note that NFL player Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah and also film actor Michael J. White were in the not too distant past installed as chiefs in Ghana. China describes itself as a friend of Africa, as it strategically offers a helping hand in the infrastructural development of the continent, while it positions itself as a superpower. So the question is, what is your view on the installment of a Chinese man in Ghana? Do send your comments to our WhatsApp mobile number.
But you see, my people wouldn't just wake up and do this. Probably, I don't know what this man has done in the community for them to give him this kind of title. But you can't just wake up and give such a title. This man probably has done something monumental in the society. And as a result of that, my people, they decided, say, oh, now, we could give this man developmental chief. You understand? So, yeah. And they say that the chieftaincy name be Berima Kofi Ayeboafo. The name Ayeboafo in Ghana literally means one who has done something to benefit others. So, if you make the inferences that your man probably or maybe has done something in the community to benefit others. And that is why they have conferred or installed him as the developmental chief. This shouldn't be, be say them go install him as a Tumfo or the Kwewu, a traditional council, them a president. Developmental chief. And as I said, he has probably done something. So this gidi Chinese blah blah blah, they need, bro. We need to just understand the whole concept of how these things work and make sure say yes, that is how we go argue. But then I understand your sentiment, but you need to understand say this no be anything gidi what I say. It has been happening.
The issue of the Chinese being installed as a chief in Kwewu Abetifi. Yenti Honorable Kennedy.
Ghanaians, we are so stupid and naturally bombarded that if you go and look for a land and you are competing with Lebanese, they'll give it to the Lebanese. They'll give it to the Indians. Ghanaian will go and buy a land, and his own Ghanaian land gas and the Ghana chiefs will come after you. Meanwhile, Lebanese, they will not. That is why foreigners have taken over this country. Yes. Look, last week, today is what? Saturday. I think Monday or Tuesday. On the 3rd, right?
Yes,
the first flight that came.
Yes, sir.
It was so sad. That a niece of mine from Columbia University just arrived. They arrived at 1 p.m. They allowed the white men on the flight to go. And the Ghanaians, Delay till about 9 p.m. Are you dumb? They are dumb at the airport there. Dumb. If I travel outside this country, I'm treated as an underdog. They don't even care because of my color. When I come to my own country, I'm treated as an underdog. That is why we have a problem. We cannot build ourselves. So until we appreciate that Ghanaian businesses or Ghanaian businessmen can also make it, so let us push them. Let us have confidence in them.
Ghanaian NFL star Ezekiel Ziki Anta has been installed as a development chief by Akwampem Traditional Council in his home country, Ghana. The ceremony was held in the town of Akwampem in the eastern region last weekend. The 31-year-old expressed his gratitude and promised to play his part in supporting sporting talent in Akwampem.
American actor and martial artist Michael Jai White, who was recently installed as a chief in Akwemu in Ghana, has responded to the negative comments that trooped in after his visit to Ghana. When Michael Jai White was in Ghana with his wife and fellow Hollywood stars like Boris Kujo, Jay Morrison, Idris Elba, etc., and was installed as Nana Koto II Odupon, he took to his social media handles to share the amazing news. However, some people, mostly from the black community, seem to have commented negatively under his post, and thus has rendered him to write a long piece on social media concerning his visit to Ghana and why blacks must embrace their ancestry. In the post, he talked about African Americans truly disconnected from Africa, being installed as a chief of Akwemu more relevant than if he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth, and many more.
These photos of African men paired with photos of animals were exhibited in a show called This is Africa. It took place in early October in a museum in Wuhan in eastern China. Some visitors were shocked by these images, including our observer Frank, who is from Ivory Coast and lives in Wuhan.
There were photos of men, black men, juxtaposed with animals. The expressions on their faces were similar to the expressions of the animals. Comparing a black man to an animal, that's very awkward. In fact, I think it's quite racist. Many people didn't feel like they could openly express their dismay due to the country we're in, which is a communist country where freedom of expression is not guaranteed. But many of us foreigners who live here signed a petition asking for the museum to apologize.
The museum took down the 12 controversial photos. However, it did not issue any apologies.
You know, as I talk about African unity, China refuses to get out of my mind. And I hope I'm wrong. But the Chinese know that we are disunited. And they know that in our disunited state we can be manipulated. And they are in the process of manipulating us. So today, there is not a single African country in which the Chinese have not built a stadium. They think we love stadia. There is not a single African country in which they are not building some roads. The Chinese are capable of delivering 3 types of qualities of the things they do. Quality number 1, they take to the United States of America and Europe. Quality number 2, they take to their fellow Asian countries, including India. Quality number 3, which is at the very bottom, they dump in Africa, and the Africans consume them gleefully. And it's because of our disunity we are incapable of speaking with one voice. You know, many times when I look at Ghana, the Ghanaian president, whom I respect, is invited to Beijing to negotiate with Beijing, as indeed the Kenyan president would be, and the Burundi president, to negotiate with Beijing on a bilateral basis. And when they invite African leaders, they humor them complete with guards of honor and 21 gun salutes, so that they think that they are equal.
That you're moving on to the Chinese story, no? For the past 3 days, minimum mu ina mate say ya Enstooled China maybe or Ghana say as ohene or something like that, as nkoswahene. Yes, those of you who are not really good in a tree language, no, say kase nkoswahene. Nkoswahene is basically a chieftaincy title given to, you know, somebody who has caused development in a particular traditional area, somebody who has really helped in terms of development, in terms of empowering the youth in a particular traditional area. Those are the people that we normally give or honor them with a chieftaincy title, Nkoswahene. So that is the meaning of Nkoswahene.
What is your view on the installment of a Chinese man in Ghana? Do send your comments to our WhatsApp mobile number.
ProGhana.net, your #1 internet radio. Like, share, and subscribe to ProGhana.net.